Hello friends, my name is Steve and this is Steve Talks Books. Today we'll be talking about my TBR for the rest of 2022. In getting this list together, it's a long list and it's not very reasonable that I'll be able to finish all these books, but I do have the group reads that I've been committed to, and then I have some other ones that I have under the maybe list. So I'm not sure I'll get to all of these, but these are the ones I would like to get to. But the group reads I am locked in, are happening. The rest of them are filler when I can squeeze them in. So I'm not going to read all the books on this list probably, but it'd be really nice if I can get to all of them. So let's get started with the group reads I have. All these are scheduled. I think almost all of them are scheduled and ready to go. So the first one is the HELLBORN King Saga by Christopher G. Brenning. We are reading the first book and meeting with Christopher in October. Second book in November. Those dates are both set. And if you're ever curious about dates or times, all this stuff is in our forum calendar. So I'll take all day if I talk about dates. So if you're curious, you can check our forum calendar. All the dates are there on the calendar. Without that calendar, I'm lost. And if you want to join, you can RSVP for the event to join if there's room. So some of these are full, I think, but not all of them. So first one, the HELLBORN King Saga by Christopher G. Brenning. The second one is the Dandelion Dynasty by Ken Liu. We do have the dates for the first book. The second book, Ken Liu had said that he would meet us for the second book, so I need to coordinate with him on the dates, but that whole series is happening probably about a book a month, give or take. Then I'm reading Age of Madness with Yolene and Jose from Amazing Worlds. I believe we're doing October, November, December for those three books. We are also restarting Malazan. Now with Malazan, we're taking a little bit of a different approach. We are doing a book at a time. And when I say a book, I mean a book within the book. So like part one of House of Chains we're meeting on, and then we'll meet a few weeks later for the next part or book. So we're spreading that out and we're breaking it into pieces instead of going a book at a time. I think this will really help me, especially because over the course of a long book, I get confused, especially in this series. So being able to meet more often will help me keep track of what the heck's going on and what I may have missed. So we're going to take that approach. I think we are meeting Sunday mornings. Again, all that stuff is on the calendar. Next, I'm still reading The Prince of Nothing. We are meeting every Friday for that. We're doing about 100 pages a week. So that will continue. We are also reading the Expanse series. We're doing about a book a month. These are quick, easy reads, and we have a great group that we're reading with. So that's been a ton of fun, but we're doing a book a month, and we usually meet Saturday afternoons or evenings, U.S. time. Then we are reading Trials of Ashmouth by John Palladino. We don't have the dates for this set yet, but it's just one book so far, so we're going to read that and then meet with John sometime in the next month or two, I hope. I haven't scheduled dates for that yet. Then I want to finish War for the Rose Throne by Peter McLean. The last book was just released a few months ago, so I'd like to finish that up. And I had talked to Peter about doing like a series spoiler chat. I still hope that happens. So that's don't have dates for that yet, but that is in the plan for the rest of the year. Now, my maybe pile. My maybe pile is kind of big. These are all books I would like to read, and I probably won't get to all of them, but we're going to try. So the first one on my list is Hellmouth by Giles Christian. This is a book it's been on my list for a while. It's a novella, so I should be able to get that done pretty quickly. It's only 50 pages, so that is one of the books on my list I'd like to get to. The next one is Split Paths by Thomas J. Devins. It's the second book in the Fall of Emrys series. I read the first book last year. I enjoyed it, and I hope to get to the second book this year. This is on my very solid will read this year list. So it is in the maybe category, but it's up the priority list. I would also like to start The Making of Gabriel Davenport by Beverly Lee. That's a book I'd like to start, and it seems like appropriate when it gets colder and you kind of feel like reading more horror. The next book is Brother Red by ADRIAN SELBY. I've been waiting on this one. We were hoping to get a group together to read it and talk with Adrian about it like we did with The Winter Road. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but This is another one that's high on my list for this year. The next one is A Touch of Light by Thiago Abdallah, and I always pronounced it Thiago because that's just how I read it, but it is Thiago, so apologies for that. But that is another book that is high on my list. The next one is, I'm going to mispronounce this, Nor Scala Garones by Michael R. Fletcher and Clayton Snyder. Another one I've been wanting to read for a long time. The next one is Matterhorn by Karl Marlantes. I believe it's like an account of the Vietnam War and some of the things that happened there. It's a book it's on my list. Escaping First Contact by T.S. Beer, or as some of you know her as Red Fury Book Reviews. That is high on my list too. I hope to get to that this year. Another book is Writing and Rising from Addiction by Brian Bowyer, and Road Narrows by Brian as well. Those two books are high on my list. The next one is I Will Kill You by Halo Scott. I love Halo Scott writing and love the story. So that's another one. It's not very long either, so it should be doable. Wolf Eater by Anthony Mitchell. That's another one I've had on my list for a while. The Steel Remains by Richard K. Morgan. And Timberwolf by Dominic Adler. So that is my list for 2022, the remainder of 2022. If you'd like to read any of these with me, let me know on our forum at pagechewing.com. Let me know if you're interested. We'll try and set something up, but these are the ones on my list. I won't get to all the maybes, but these are the kind of what would be really nice to get to. The group reads are my priority because we have dates and we're committed. The other ones, we'll see how it goes. So let me know what you plan to read the rest of the rest of 2022. Let me know what you're most excited for. I'd love to hear about it. And until next time, we'll talk to you soon.